Oh, what's up, YouTube? I just wanted to show you a little Town Hall 13 base setup. Been working fairly decent for me. Let's try and push it to its limits. Right now we're at 3,817 might. Let's see if we can do D. No, this thing farms C quite well, so you know, stick with C if you want your easy badges. Otherwise, you want to get your shards, you know. Maybe D. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do. It's very similar to my previous one that I showed. It just allows more in the center now for gold vaults and whatnot. The reason why I don't have that arrow tower on the outside edge, because it's not that high yet. If that arrow tower was higher, I would have it on the outside edge. But right now, since it's not high, it's being stuck in the middle. My mana vault is higher, so I put it on the outer edge to take the aggro for that corner. So D1 down, D2. Let's see what happens on D2. Looking good, looking good. Liking it so far. Let's see if Thunder God says something. Boom. God, I love Thunder God. Oh, Thunder God, it's just crazy. Oh, I didn't watch. I think I set up my bombs and stuff. If I didn't, oops. Looking good, looking good. I think that where we're going to have problems is when we make it to all the way to the end. And you can see how hard those griffins hurt. Man, they hit hard at the in D, but that's because my heroes aren't really that high level yet. You can see that, you know. Usually when you're doing D, you want all your heroes to be in the 80 range. But you know, we're doing this early, so it's fine. We're pushing our luck. Let's see what happens here. I think Thunder God's just gonna say nope. Say no. Oh, he hit the tail end. Thunder God, what were you doing? Okay. So the only spot of concern now is the bottom left. Don't attack from the bottom left. But we got our gold vaults and stuff that can take the aggro. I don't know. We could possibly do this. Probably not. Let's find out. Thunder God. Boom. That dinosaur is going to kill us. Come on, Thunder God. Just get it off before he hits you. Come on, Thunder God. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You. Oh, the first time I cleared D5 on this account. You guys see it? There you go. And that's doing it a little early. What do you think? Post in the comments below what level might you believe people should be doing D at. I personally believe D is like 4,500 might, around there. That's where you usually can start kicking off D. I'm crazy on the other hand. I try and push it early. And you can see as in the video, I was doing this at 3,800 something. Don't remember the exact amount. I don't know if I leveled, then, you know, I'll just rewind back to the beginning and see whatever I was. But D. Yeah. And I'm going to probably start farming D on this, because the setup is just strong. And I don't see a reason why not to. It looks good to me. Now, of course, once I get this tower up higher, D is going to become much, much easier, because this is a weak point right now. Because towers have more HP than mana vaults or gold vaults. So once I get the tower up, the tower will be in this corner, and I'll be able to farm D very consistently. This I just hit 13 on this account. So I just tossed it. This is the one that I believe I did the Town Hall 12 on. So this is the same account that I filmed that video on. So There you go. So this is very similar to my initial setup for Town Hall 13. This is Town Hall 13 version 2. We basically just gave enough space to add in a gold vault. So we got some additional space to throw things in there. And we trimmed from right here. You can see that that was trimmed. And we also trimmed out the outside edge that was sticking out to then be able to spread it out in each direction. The reason why I trimmed the outer edge, you can see that the circle only makes it to right there. So it wasn't really super effective having it the lane extend out for this low level of heroes. So you see the level, my hero bases, they're only like level 10, 11. And of course once I get these leveled up as well, I'll have less of a problem because my heroes will have an additional bonus and just smack things down with ease, like smack them. But I wanted to show you a modification. So with that modification, I was also going to be like, well, I think it can do D. Let's give it a try. And it worked. So I'm going to continuously do D from now on with this because I want to push this one further. I'm going to see how soon I can get to E with a low level, with a low might. Solid Waste is going to be my tune that I'm going to try and keep low might on purpose. You're going to see that I'm not going to build any bases because I'm going to want a difference in might. There's going to be the new patch coming out that's going to give you a boost for having more might. So I'm going to use this as a comparison between the two. It's not going to be a perfect comparison, so, but it's going to be there. So I believe my other one, and I'm going to have them at the same town hall with the same setup, and I'll give you guys the results once the new patch hits. There's going to be a bonus to might. So this is for Android users. I believe that patch is probably going to be a while out for Apple users. So, and so for Apple, you guys got to wait a little bit on the patch. So, as you can see, I'm going to show you where I put my bomb placement in case I didn't have it up in the beginning. I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry. Usually, this is the spots where I place my bombs. So I got it one side, then I hop to the other side. And I toast that there. Now, no one's decided to attack me since I've done this base setup, and I purposely put a ton of gold in there to try and get people. I had like full vaults. I had 9. I had full, but no one attacked me. I wanted someone to attack me, but I think they've learned their lesson or something, I guess. I'll fill up my mana vaults again and my gold vaults to try and have, because usually what I really like is seeing people attack the base so I know where its weak points are, because I've only done this on C I think 10 times and they haven't attacked this wall yet, and my big concern is if they're going to attack this or this, because if they attack that then it sort of defeats the purpose of having a hallway. But so far, no heroes have attacked this just yet. This is my concern for the base, but 10 times in on C and 1 time in on D, they haven't. So we're fairly safe. We'll put this in the fairly safe category. And yeah, awesome. It rocked it. Now once, like I said earlier, once you guys get the town hall up to 13, and you also get the arrow tower higher level, you're going to want to switch it to this spot. Other than that, I think that's all I needed to tell you guys. If you guys have additional stuff, because this is a low might one, so I purposely didn't build anything, just build your corner outwards more. So you see how there's a corner here? Put more crud out this way. You don't want these two to link up. You don't want them to run from one to the other. Well, you could if you have it just set so they run from one side to the other. That's a possibility. So you could treat this sort of like you could treat this a high level base. You could either purposely just yank everything out like far away, because the biggest thing is you don't want your heroes hopping out. So what you need to do is you can either put all your stuff out in a line from one end all the way to the other and not care about losing that stuff, because all your important stuff should be here in the center. And that's what you would use for farming the higher level waves if you're having problems with your heroes hopping out. My heroes don't, so I don't have that issue. And if I had my bases, I like building these little corner things up to segment it. Now on my other one where I did build more stuff, I don't have the issue of them hopping out. So here's what I do, is I just build more things around this camp here. And when I leave, I purposely fill it with griffins. So when I come back, I can farm some gold fast. Because when you have higher might, it's a little harder to farm for gold, so you're going to need those troops. While this guy purposely kept his might low, I don't need troops whatsoever. I go in with my heroes and I get gold extremely fast. So on the other one, I have higher might because I didn't do it properly. And this one I have lower might. Now I'm going to test the difference between the two, like I said. And this is going to be a very important test for you guys, because you're going to want to know, well, with the new patch, should I purposely be trying to inflate my might, or should I keep my might low so I can get tons of gold and then level up the important buildings to still do things properly? So what's going to be the new proper build? Is it going to be purposely boosting your might, or is it going to be still keeping your might low but using your might wisely? We're going to see the difference. It might be better to just purposely pad your might, or it might be better to still keep your might low. We're going to find out. So that's going to be upcoming videos as soon as they release the patch with the might change. So keep an eye out for that one. That one's going to be very important to then decide what to start doing for your base design. Well, not for your base design, but for your might. And you might just want to garrison up then. And if I was going to boost my might on purpose, I would have lots of garrisons. I would have things that are level to either 40 or 60 to get your might up high. Depending on how many honor badges you have, spending 1,000 HB isn't too bad, which is why you can get them up to 40. That's how much it's going to cost there. It's going to cost 4,000 to get them to 60. So depending upon how much hero spacing, you can just pad your might that way. So something to think about. So YouTube, so what do you think? What do you think of the design? Let me know. Let me know. So people that are rocking the Town Hall 13, here you go. Something new for you to test. Now this is still experimental. The old design had like at least 40 kills under its belt, and it did quite well. This one has 10 kills under its belt, 10 at sea and 10 plus. I think most likely I've killed more than just 10 on this already, because I don't keep track. I just like in that range. But I can keep track of D because this is my first time doing completing D on this. I attempted it when I attempted a D when it was Town Hall 12, but it didn't do the greatest at 12. But this is Town Hall 13, and it does quite well. So there you go. Low might for the win. But it works, so it's good to know. Alright, check you later. Have a good one, YouTubes.